This is Jeeves reporting in from COVID-19 headquarters. Well, we got a couple things to drop off today at hospitals, but then I'm going to go look at a Civic Type R that they have on sale. It's a 2019 for $32,996. That's an incredible deal. It's like 8,000 miles. So I'm just going to check. Just got done driving the Type R. I must say I was a little underwhelmed. Let's start with the inside. Inside, amazing. Seats are perfect, nice navigation system. Feels nice. The seats are more comfortable than the ST3 seats in my Focus ST. And the drive modes are also great. Like when you put it in R+ mode, the steering gets so heavy. The suspension tightens up. And I was on a pretty rough road too, but it wasn't like... I mean, my M2 is firmer, and the Type R has bigger wheels. It has 20-inch wheels compared to my M2's 19-inch wheels. So, what you really need to do with the Type R, though, is drive it in the turns, because on a straightaway, like I got on it, I got up to 85 miles an hour, and it's quick, but it's not going to blow your mind. Really, if I were to take that into the canyons or a racetrack, it would probably feel amazing. But I think overall I'm underwhelmed. And if I were to make a decision right now, I would get a Golf R over a Civic Type R simply for daily drivability. I think the Golf R with the DSG is a more fun car in the real world. If you're taking your car to the track, or if you live in an area where the roads are very curvy, Type R all the way. But real world, me daily driving, doing some boring driving, traffic, the Golf R is tough to beat. It's a little more luxurious on the inside, not as aggressive, not as race car-ish, but on a daily basis, I don't think you'd really care that much. The thing is, they have that posted as $32,988 for a Type R with like 9,000 miles on it. That's an incredible deal. So I got some things to think about. I'm gonna go look at the Golf R eventually as well. As you know, if you check the card at your top of your screen, I have driven the Golf R before. I rented one and drove it around. It's an amazing car, but got some things to think about. The other thing I was thinking about is it wasn't like the acceleration of the Type R it didn't feel like that much faster than my ST. Now, I think that's because it's so well composed. Like, it's so planted. It's so well engineered. My ST is louder and everything, but I mean, I got up to 85 like very quick. I just stopped at Harbor Freight, and I got a shop vac, a small one, to help vacuum the cars out at home and for things around the house. Now I'm going to go to the driving range because I got if you play golf, you'd be interested, I got the Sim 3 wood. So I'm really excited to go hit that. And yeah, that car is slammed. Let's go. So I just got done hitting that Sim 3 wood. I was hitting the snot out of that thing. When I got fitted for it, my ball speed was 171, my carry was like 285, and that was on TrackMan, so those are expensive devices. Those are what the PGA Tour players use. But it still seemed like a lot, and I was hitting it today, and I got the V-Steel version of the Sim 3 wood. It has like this dead sound, has a great feel to it. Ball flight was perfect. I'm really happy with that thing. I played in a member guest recently, so I actually got it for free, and I got it for $305. They give everyone credit at the member guest, so it was awesome to get that for free. But yeah, hit it really well. You should go try it if you're in the market for a new 3-wood. I also always recommend getting custom fit when you're getting golf clubs, because it's usually free, and if you don't have the right shaft, it doesn't really matter what head you have. The shaft is pretty much the most important thing on a golf club to make sure you're hitting it properly or getting the most out of your golf shots when you hit it well. But yeah, Sim 3 wood's awesome. I hope you enjoyed a little golf footage there. Back home, I will say, driving this around today, I actually, when I loaded the wet vac into the back of the car, I actually use the feature where you swing your leg under the car and it opens the hatch. It's kind of a nice feature. I thought it was a gimmick, but I actually used it in the real world. Just got gas at Costco. Nice GTI sitting there. I like that car more and more every day. But I just got gas at Costco. $2 a gallon. Now, granted, that is 87. 91 was only like 220 or 240. I have to come back and fill up the M2. Gas is falling, folks! Well, it's about that time. And the mountains are blue, folks. So I thought I'd end this day having a beer and having a conversation with a camera. And poolside. It's funny, so I went and test drove the Civic Type R today. And I got an email from a user named Wind Junkie. You'll see him comment on some of my videos. His actual name is Justin. But he said, I watched some of your videos and I did a write-up on getting PPF on his Civic Type R. It's a 12-month review of his Civic Type R. I'll have this article linked down in the description below. It's a good read. It's pretty funny, very high quality. Dog's urinating on the weeds. Pretty high quality pictures and a description of what happened since he did not get PPF on his Civic Type R. And also, Justin, good work. He got his Civic Type R for MSRP. He's a smart man. Anything above MSRP is BS. So I wanted to go through some of this, and in one of the photos that he has posted, he says on his, there's a blank button near the shift knob, and he put an eject button. Let's show it here. So we can get that to focus. Oh, low battery, bastard. You can see right here, it says eject on that blank thing. I thought that was kind of funny. He also got a spare tire, and he did a bunch of things. I think it's worth reading and taking a look at. And he says he wish he would have gotten the PPF because, yes, it is expensive to get PPF. I think he was quoted around $1,500. Mine, I actually got a pretty good deal. I got it at Dynamic Tint. They're in Tempe, Arizona. 100% recommend them. Tyler is the man. He owns the shop. I highly recommend going there. Let them know that you heard about them on my channel. He might give you a discount. I actually don't know if he will do that, but I know he has done that in the past. So those guys, it's a small shop and it's starting to grow. I think he's hiring a third guy. So I just love to, first of all, it's a small business, and Tyler took the chance to start his own business. And I really, I love seeing people take that leap of faith and going out and doing that. And he did a great job on my M2. But bring it back, though, I think this is worth the read. I actually didn't get all the way through it yet. Type R is a beautiful car. I know it's maybe controversial at times because it's so outlandish. But there's something out there for everyone right now. The way I look at it, you have the Golf R, which is very quick, it's luxury, and it's understated. Then you have the RS. It's fast, it has the spoiler, it has the aggressive front end, and then you have the Type R, which is just spoiler, there's razor blades that come out of the side, there's freaking rocket launchers on the bottom, 3 exhaust pipes, like it's crazy. But again, it's all functional. And another thing I heard about the Type R recently is it actually, it creates downforce. So it creates 80 pounds of downforce when driving the car. I don't remember the speed that's at, but most cars create lift when they're at speed. I would even bet that my Focus ST probably does. I really hope that the sound of the waterfall is not like ruining this video. Regardless if it is, I'm posting the video anyways. You know, I don't want to get rid of my Focus ST because I've created a great community out here. I create a lot of good content that you guys love to see. You keep telling me to post and do upgrades and things like that. But at the same time, at some point, you can't keep doing the same thing. You have to change. And I'm not going to just make a snap decision and buy a Civic Type R or a Golf R. But I am going to go back and just look at what Golf R options they have. That Civic Type R is $32,988. That's an insane deal for something that has that little mileage on it. But again, I don't drive around enough turns. I don't live in an area where you can really experience the Type R, and I don't go to the track.
I'd like to actually maybe take the M2 to the track a couple times. My ST needs some work done before I beat it down on the track. I need to change the brake fluid. I think I'm gonna upgrade the brakes. I'm gonna do a brake package that I think all of us could afford. I was thinking of doing like a big brake kit. I've reached out to several manufacturers on maybe building an AP Racing, Willwood, Brembo. I've reached out to them to maybe build a kit for the ST. But they've kind of said like, hey, you could go to the shop. They obviously don't care. I don't have a big enough following to be able to get that. I thought maybe I could get AP Racing or Willwood to give me a recommendation at least that I could put together for the ST, and then build out. I do have a motor mount company that reached out to me. They're going to send their mount out to me, so I'm going to replace the Mountune one that's currently in my ST, and then I'm going to put theirs in, and I'll have a link to go to their company, and I'll review it, and I probably will give my Mountune mount away, so I'll probably give it to one of you guys. But yeah, those are just kind of some updates. I wanted to do a vlog today. I figure it's easy enough for me to carry my camera around. If I want to start doing YouTube full time, I need to be every day making content and finding ways to just create automotive content every single day like some of the bigger channels do. And I'm also not going to be screaming my head off and jumping around and things like that. But, you know, I always liked Bud Light in college, but Coors has overtaken me. I don't know what it is. You guys like Coors or Bud Light? Comment below. I also like Pacifico, Stella, Peroni's good. Italy. Support Italy. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Got my tax return today, so I'll get that money in the next 21 days. Gave me, I think I got 10 million back this year, so that was a nice surprise. You wanna say hi? You wanna say hi? Here's Mick. Oh. Said subscribe. He said subscribe because, well, you know, the YouTube revenue has dropped due to this pandemic, and we can't feed the dog anymore. So by you liking, subscribing, and sharing this video, you can help a dog in need, just like Mick. Right? Okay. But yeah, that's the update. Short video today. Hope you enjoyed the content. So also went into, while I was in the dealership, the wide body, what is it? A wide body 392 Charger, I think it was. Anyways, it's in the footage you're looking at right now. And there was a Hellcat right beside that. Those things are beautiful. Dodge, of all the companies that are out there, Dodge just does an amazing job of building ridiculous, totally unnecessary cars, and they just keep producing them regardless of what emissions are, all that stuff. I give them credit, and I hope they're selling enough to be able to continue to create them. Yeah, the Viper's dead, but I think their building of these the Scat Packs and the Chargers, Challengers, Hellcats, Red Eyes, all of those things are insane. The power that they make, and then the affordability on top of it. I just think they're really cool cars. I don't know that, unless I start making like a ton more money, I don't see myself getting one of those. But I wouldn't mind having one. If I could own like 6 cars, that would probably be one of them. That's where we're at right now. Drove the Civic Type R. It was awesome to drive it. Would love to do a little more extensive review. I have a lineup of cars on Turo that I'm going to rent and drive. And I think you guys will enjoy that content, just giving honest reviews on that, comparing it to my M2, ST. I think the priority number 1, if I'm being realistic, needs to be replacing Jamie's Escape. Because I have the ST paid off, the M2 I owe like $22,000 on, and Jamie's Escape we owe like $8,000 on. But it's 0% interest, and the M2 is like 3.6% interest. So not a ton there, and 0% interest on the Escape makes it tough, but I'm also not creating any revenue off that car. So I'd like to get, I think, a Tesla Model Y, as I did the poll on YouTube and Twitter, and Tesla Model Y won both of them pretty clearly. Some people would like to see the Macan, some people said Stelvio Quadrifoglio. That would be a sick car, I agree. But I don't think there's enough of a market out there that really cares, and the Tesla Model Y is going to be a highly consumed car. I think that would be a smart move to get, to create revenue and to have a really nice car to drive on a daily basis. It also seems that Tesla's network of places where you can charge is the biggest. So I think that would be a really good one to get. But anyways, a lot of things going on. I just wanted to, I hope you're having a fine Tuesday wherever you're at. I hope you're not affected by this pandemic. I hope you're not sick. And I hope you are still able to create some type of revenue through your job. I know it's going to be tough for a lot of people. I am fortunate that I deal with a lot of medical trauma. So we are taking a hit. Like, a lot of our elective surgeries are canceled right now. All of the ORs and the PACUs, they're all empty beds right now, ready for surgery, or ready for this pandemic to hit, for it really to kick in, and then spread. So it's kind of weird being in hospitals right now, and they're prepped for, like, for example, when I have to go into a hospital to restock the sets that are used, they have to take your temperature when you go in. I always prefer rectal temperature. They don't do that, but it is weird. It's going to probably get worse over the next 2 weeks from the doctors that I've spoken to. But it's funny, all of us now are Google doctors because we've looked up a couple things on what's going to happen next. But I don't know. I think it's good to stay in for a couple weeks and just hopefully reduce the curve, hashtag, and we'll be good. But thank you for watching. Appreciate your support on the channel. We'll see you next time.